Namaskar. Today we are back with another new topic, and the topic is Hindu mathematicians' contribution in the world. Many people think mathematics as basic conceptual skill, but it is much more than that. It is the language of science. Mathematics is a way of thinking, a way of organizing, analyzing and synthesizing a body of data. It uses carefully defined terms and symbolic representation that enhance our ability to communicate. Many scholars view mathematics as an organized body of knowledge in which each proposition follows a logical consequence of proved proposition or assumptions. In other words, we can say that mathematics is a body of knowledge in the area of science with its own symbolism, terminology, context, theorems, and techniques. It can be broadly classified as pure and applied mathematics. However, mathematics education itself is an applied discipline. Number is one of the basic concepts of mathematics. Its origin dates back to ancient times. Human society created or invented the counting numbers by developing it through practices, or we can say man developed counting numbers in order to concretize the idea or notion he got through the matching. Example, laying aside a stone for each cow. And while considering the order of occurrence of some events, many kinds of numbers are known today. In fact, they were not discovered or created simultaneously. Of all the kinds of numbers, the counting numbers are certainly the first one to be used by human society. The counting numbers, also known as natural numbers, is probably the simplest and most familiar numbers known to us. Although the notion of counting numbers is a universal one, these are called by various special names or number names by different people in different parts of the world. Similarly, these numbers are represented by different symbols or numerals such as 1 in Hindu-Arabic system, 1 in Devanagari script, I in Roman system, and triangle in Babylonian system. That is, there are many ways of using counting numbers, symbols or numerals, system of numeration to represent numbers. The Devanagari system of numeration and the Hindu-Arabic system, practically one of the difference is only of the written script or lettering. Here, the 10 number symbols are used, and hence each of this system is known as a base 10 system. The number 0, denoted by O, is one of the most valuable contributions of Vedic Hindu mathematicians. This number has been used by Pingal in his book Chandra Sutra, which was written in 2 centuries before Christ. Even great mathematicians of the West hesitate to accept it as a number for a long time. The traditional Western number system, that is the Roman system of numeration, uses the Roman letter and their combination to represent various numbers. There is no counterpart of the number symbol O called 0 in the Roman system. Similarly, there is no symbol for 0 in Babylonian as well as Egyptian number system too. Without this 0, the digital world could not be developed. As we know, a computer essentially is a machine that can process, store and retrieve information, and it understands every data in terms of either 0 or 1. Mathematicians should be a central part of the curriculum. As stated by Mathematicians Association London, there are experiences that the education should provide a sense of culture and history, the development of skills, a climate that encourages inquiry, opportunities to discover and develop individual talents, a sense of community and of the worth of the individual within it, the enjoyment that comes with sustained creative effort, opportunities for both individual action and cooperation, a perspective which keeps these elements in balance. Mathematics can play a major role in contributing to all of these aspects. In some areas, the role of mathematics is preeminent. The power of mathematics can be demonstrated in many ways. Mathematics is empowering and is fundamental to the study of other subjects. It is both an essential part of the world's intellectual and cultural heritage and the order to its scientific and technological future. There is a much wider need for mathematical skills. Everyday life as well as science and engineering, production management and investment decision are just a few examples which illustrate our dependence on these skills. In Nepali context, though much emphasis has given to mathematics education, we are studying it as a borrowed subject. In fact, since Nepal is the inheritor of culturally rich civilization, having a history of thousands of years, a tradition of mathematics education, rich and refined both in theory and practice, has been an inseparable part of our culture and civilization. There are numerous achievements of our ancestors in the field of mathematics. As mentioned above, the number 0 denoted by O is one of the most valuable contribution of the Vedic Hindu mathematicians. Do our students know the fact that methods of square root and cube roots also were invented or developed by Vedic Hindu mathematicians? The methods of solving equation has developed by Hindu Brahmins in more than 3 centuries before Christ, and it was brought to Europe in 1668 only. Hindu mathematicians Rmhar and Lalla has used the value of pi, which is equal to 3.1416 in 505 and 578 AD respectively. Great Hindu mathematicians Aryabhat has determined this value previously. Do our students know these facts? If we read a Hindu text, Salva Sutra, which was written in 8th century before Christ, was vast knowledge of geometry. The famous Pythagorean theorem is actually suitable to call Buddhayan theorem because it has been propounded by Hindu saint Buddhayan much before than the birth of mathematician Pythagoras. It is injustice not to give renown to our ancestors by the Hindu mathematicians for their contribution in the field of mathematics. While teaching mathematics in our school and universities, we must inform our pupils to such facts as well. That's all for today. Next time we will bring another topic, and we have taken this article from Dr. Nirmal Mani Adhikari blog, and we would like to thank him as well.
Yes, video like, comment, and share गर्न नबिर्सिनुहोला। फेरि यस्तै रोचक भिडियोहरू हेर्नका लागि यस च्यानललाई सब्स्क्राइब गरेर घण्टी बजाइदिनुहोला।